Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really trying to consciously make an effort to record on here and upload videos. So I just kind of do it when I remember. Today it's already later on in the day when I'm actually starting this vlog, but I am getting a whole bunch of stuff ready. As you can see, there's a light box behind me. I am getting ready to launch some new spring and summer items on my Etsy shop. So that is what I'm kind of busy doing today, as well as trying to get some orders done. But let's talk about diet, and let's talk about kind of what I'm leaning towards, how I'm feeling, and just kind of the thoughts that I've had this last week, because I know a lot of you have been asking that and been wondering that. And like I explained in my kind of update video, if you haven't seen that video, I will be sure to link it up here in the cards. It kind of gives you a whole entire update of how Jimmy's doing, how Zoe's doing, how I'm doing. So go and watch that and see and catch yourself up with everything that's been going on. But I wanted to go over my diet. So, and the reason why I thought about this as a topic today and to talk about it is because I just made my meal number one. It is now 2:30 in the afternoon. I only had coffee this morning, and this is kind of my first meal, if you want to call it that. And what I am having is I am having some keto toast, 2 slices with an egg on each, some cheese and some bacon, and then I'm also having some grapes. So I am not a big fruit and veggie person by any means, but I've kind of been using fruit, a few fruits, like maybe an apple. Like I'm not a fruit and vegetable person, I'll be honest. I never have been, more than likely never will be, but what I've been using it as is kind of like a filler on my plate, instead of me, you know, going for a second helping, or, you know, adding something else on here that is just too much carbs or too many calories or what have you. And I haven't been really following any sort of diet, macro counting, keto. I haven't been following anything. I have just trying to be mindful of what I'm eating. Truth be told, that is just all that I'm doing right now. And I feel like April will kind of be time for more changes and to figure out what I'm doing. Now, I already have a couple ideas. If you would have watched that update video, you would have seen that the struggle that I have with the keto, and by going kind of lower carb, not necessarily full-fledged American diet, but a lower carb where I have kind of a balanced diet, because I want to feel like I'm not missing out on anything, right? But please do your research. Keto worked fantastic for me. There was a few tools that I did use, and actually probably will still continue to use in the future. Let's get into one of the options that I highly recommend you trying, and it's very, very easy. Thank you to today's sponsor, which is Keto Cycle. You guys know I love Keto Cycle. I have been using it for probably about a year and have done other videos in the past with them, so it has been a great partnership. I wanted to show you exactly what the sign up looks like. So this is me on my phone signing up for the very first time, putting in all of my numbers, putting my weight, my height, my age, what I want my goal weight to be. I am saving all of that. And the great thing about the Keto Cycle app is it literally tells you everything that you need to be doing, everything that you need to be eating, and everything else in between. So that is why I absolutely love this app. It also does have the option for a workout plan. However, I'm going to be walking every day during the month of April, so I am going to skip that part. So here you can see where you can log your meals. Now, the great thing that I also wanted to mention, which is a highlight with this app, is you can put in the meals and as well the ingredients that you are eating and consuming. You can scan the package. If you get deli meat, you can scan that package, put it into your diary, and go from there. But it also has this step-by-step in order to see what you like, what you don't like, and it creates a meal plan according to your needs, your food allergies. This is what I'm filling out here. I'm allergic to nuts and I'm allergic to fish. I also put wheat and gluten in there because I do want to limit my amount of carbs that I'm doing.
Now, they have just an option for 3 meals here is the lowest amount. Lately, I've been having 2 meals, but it's totally up to you. And I like it that they kind of get in depth with the questions. So they ask you what you like to eat for breakfast. For me, I'm actually liking smoothies lately. If you would have watched one of my recent videos, I did have a smoothie and I absolutely love those in the morning. I'm not usually a breakfast person, so that's kind of why I like smoothies for my breakfast time. And then for lunch, you can fill out your options, and then it also asks you what you like to eat for dinner. And so by combining all of this information, Keto Cycle makes the perfect menu suitable for you. So at the end of this little clip, you will see that it's calculating all of my calories and all of my meals that I like. And I didn't record it. However, it came back with foods that I like for breakfast, lunch, and supper. And what I really thought was important, it has me at 1,889 calories per day, which I think is fantastic. I really want to fix my metabolism. It takes the guesswork out of figuring out what you're going to eat, and that is why I absolutely love Keto Cycle. So make sure you check out the app, Google it on your phone, and have a look at it today.
So that is an easy way to kind of get a handle and grasp of the keto diet. If that's what you are leaning towards and you are trying or you have been doing, please do what works for you. I've always said that in all of my videos. The keto is not the end all be all. I don't believe that any diet is the end all be all. And I've tried a lot, and I can honestly say that there is nothing out there that will cure, fix, you know, your relationship with food. You have to do that on your own and make the correct judgment according to your health, your body, your mind, on what you feel is the correct way to be eating. So I wanted to mention that in this video, that it is very, very important to think of that. Now, I have no health concerns as far as diabetes or, you know, anything of that nature as far as health concerns. I do have asthma, I have food allergies, but for the most part, like I said, I am overall healthy. My blood pressure is fine. Even with this recent weight gain, my blood pressure is good. All of my vitals are pretty much perfect, honestly. I've never been that person to have underlying health issues. And that is one of my reasoning why I'm sort of integrating a little bit of carbs and going a little bit on the lower carb side. So I am very, very inspired and motivated by Daniela Diaries here on YouTube. I will link her channel below. I'm sure all of you have seen her channel. I am highly motivated from her videos. Since the beginning of the year, like, she has done a lot of work in 2022, you know, in mind, body, and soul. And I feel like that really resonates with me. And I want to try to make that connection with food more as a happy place rather than I can't eat that. That will make me gain weight. Carbs are bad. Fat is bad, or whatever sort of thing. I really want to dissociate that and grow to have a very good relationship with food. So I am totally enthralled and inspired by her videos. I have been watching her for years, like probably a total of like 5 years. I have been watching her, and I've seen her struggles with keto, and it really reminds me of myself and the struggle that I have had the last year with keto. And I think the biggest thing is and I hate using restrictive because I did keto. It worked for me. I did it for 2 years. It worked fantastic. And then the 3rd year, it just didn't work for me anymore. And I love the foods that are offered on keto. The eggs, the bacon, the meat, the burgers, all of that stuff I love. That is my comfort food. I love that sort of food. So I don't want to say it in a negative way, but you are restrictive on the things that you eat, because you can only have things that are low in carbs or 0 carbs and that are high in protein and especially high in fat. So, you know, at the end of the day, I want to be able to enjoy foods. like I had said in the Fab 4 video, that I have rice. I had rice last week, chicken and rice. It's one of my favorite meals. And I don't want that to be a negative thing to say, oh my God, I ate rice. Now I'm gonna have to do a 72-hour fast. I'm gonna have to do a water fast. I can't eat tomorrow, you know, as punishment for eating rice. And I think that's doing a lot more hindering on my mental health currently than it is good. Now, 3 years ago when I started keto, you know, it was fantastic for me. Keto was fantastic for me. I had all of the amazing results with no brain fog. You know, my appetite was curbed. I had no joint pain. You know, all of these things that I felt from keto. But for me, I don't know if it's sustainable. So what I want to do, and I'm thinking strongly about doing, is going back to macro counting and limiting my carbs and exercising. Because one thing, since I've, you know, went viral with my TikTok and my Etsy business, is I am sitting 10 to 12 hours a day. And when I'm not in my office, I am watching a movie upstairs on the couch, or I am getting ready for bed at 9-10 p.m. and laying in bed. You know, I am not moving. I barely even do 2,000 steps a day. Like, I am dead serious. I even put my watch on to see, and it's embarrassing, first of all, and it's not good for my body. So on Facebook, I seen that they were doing an 80-kilometer walk or run for the Cancer Society here in Canada for the month of April. And I was really intrigued with that. I was looking at it. I personally have, I think, some aunts that have passed away from cancer, not immediate, you know, friends or family that have been affected, but obviously it's a good cause. Clicked on it, you know, and clicked on a couple more things. And then before you knew it, I was signed up. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm doing this. So I figured out, I came out, because it was this morning, I came out and I told Jimmy, and I said, I guess I just signed up to do this, you know, challenge for myself to walk 80 kilometers in the month of April. And I was like, wait a minute, how many kilometers is that a day? Or, you know, whatever. And I figured it out to be like 2.7 kilometers each day, you know, unless I do more in a day. But my route that I usually go when I was into walking, I believe is about 4 or 5 kilometers. I'm going to have to double check that. So I was like, well, that's motivation right there. It really gave me the motivation to do that and to say, look, I signed up for this. And it didn't cost me any money. I don't have to get any pledges. I don't have to do any of that sort of stuff. It was just a challenge to do and to support the Cancer Society on your own. And Jimmy was like, I'll do it with you. I'll do it with you. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. We're together all the time now, right? Because we both are retired. And yeah, he wants to join in with me. So I was thrilled to hear that. So we are going to do it. We're going to do it for the month of April. Feel free to join in if anybody is looking for a challenge for the month of April. 80 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles because we do kilometers here in Canada. But 80 kilometers in the month of April. So let me know if you're interested or you're going to join Jimmy and I and do that. But I think that's really motivating. And I think it's going to get me back into the swing of things of walking and exercising, especially doing it for 30 days in a row. I really want to do it every day so that I kind of create that habit. So that goes along as well with my macro counting. And, you know, I will probably incorporate a couple days of the week being keto. That's why I love the Keto Cycle app, is it gives me ideas because I haven't been keto for so long. It's probably been four months that I've done keto. So I love that app in order to give me ideas. And I love it that it's not restricting calories in order to lose. Because that's one thing that a lot of people will say, well, you're only eating 1,200 calories. Well, I don't want to do that this time. I don't want to start way down. I want to start at a reasonable calorie intake, 18 to 1,900 calories. And I want to see if my body will react to that. and do it a sustainable way and not damage my metabolism. That's kind of another thing that I've been thinking about. So that's kind of my focus and plan for the month of April. Let me know what you guys think in the description below. Please keep the comments positive. I want to say that once again. If you are doing keto, if you are doing carnivore, whatever sort of diet that you are doing and it's working for you, please stick to that. Stick to that. You shouldn't even be contemplating on doing anything else. For me, it's a little different scenario, and I'm just here to share my journey here on YouTube to the entire world. But that is what I'm going to be doing, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm most looking forward to walking every day, to be honest, because I have missed that. And I think that's great motivation. If you are lacking on the exercise, please consider joining me to do the 80 kilometers in the month of April. So that is it for today's video, you guys. I want to thank Keto Cycle for sponsoring today's video. Please make sure that you check it out. I will have a link below, or you can also look up Keto Cycle, the app on your phone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android, both will work. So please make sure that you do that. It is very, very helpful for those who are wanting to lose weight with keto. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.